we have some supplements which will help with the effects of stress. So on the handout, the first one is the theanine complex. So with theanine is actually an amino acid and it's from green tea. And the nice thing about it is it gives you like a nice calmness, but it also gives you clarity and focus as well. Because the thing is, you don't want to take something that's going to be too sedating and just knock you out. So this is perfect really, because it's got a similar, it works similar to the action of a neurotransmitter called GABA. And that's what we get when we meditate, that's what's flooding us, GABA. But you can't buy GABA in a supplement. So theanine actually helps you, it's similar to the structure of GABA, so it gives you that nice calmness that you get in meditation, where it's not knocking you out, you still have that presence, that focus. We kind of call it like an alert relaxation. So the difference with the Terranova theanine is a lot of theanine supplements, they use synthetic ingredients, but we actually get our theanine from green tea, because that's where you'll find it most. Now green tea, although it does have caffeine in, it's kind of not as stimulating as coffee. If you've ever tried green tea, you don't get like the jitters, or it doesn't like make you like so like full of adrenaline, because it's got theanine in, so it balances it out. So the actual theanine that we use in a Terranova supplement is from green tea. Also then we add in some matcha green tea. Now matcha is from the same plant as green tea, but it's just been harvested different, like they put it in like the shade, and it means that it creates more of the green pigment, the chlorophyll, so it's very high in antioxidants. And the one we use, it's the highest grade possible, it's called ceremonial grade AAA matcha. And what we found in studies is that adding a source of caffeine to theanine actually promotes the benefits. But because we're using matcha, matcha's got its own theanine with it as well, so this won't be like overstimulating. Now in this formula we do put green oat seed in, because oat seed, it's known as a vena sativa, it's very like comforting and nourishing, it's got lots of B vitamins in, and B vitamins help with your resilience to stress. So you might not be able to get out of the stressful situation, but it'll just improve the way that you act towards it. So it's going to provide something there to help with your nervous system. But the oat seeds that we use, because we don't use any gluten or wheat in our manufacturing process, the thing with oats is it's not the oats that actually have gluten in, it's the cross-contamination. But because we don't use any other oats or gluten, these will have zero gluten in them. The only thing is some people know that they don't do well with oats, even gluten-free oats. So we've just put it in bold anyway for then on the label, so then people are aware it's got the oat seeds in. Now this also has something called holy basil in. So holy basil, this dates back to a long time, it's like 1500 BC, and holy basil was known as a sacred herb. It's like known in Ayurvedic medicine, and it's actually known as an adaptogen. So adaptogens, what they do, they help you to adapt to stress. So if you have too much of the stress hormone, they help you to give that calming effect. But if you don't have enough of that get up and go, it actually helps to give you some more like that motivation. So it kind of adapts to what level you're at. So they're really clever. So things like holy basil and ashwagandha, they're known as your adaptogenic herbs, so really good for modulating stress. So the other thing about holy basil is it's good for improving your immunity. So as we were saying, when you're stressed, it reduces your immunity, and then you become more susceptible to like colds and flus as well. So this is going to help with that. And also holy basil is good for blood sugar balance as well. So you're getting like in one formula like quite a few things that help with the effects of stress. So we kind of say with the theanine, it's helping against the psychological effects of stress, but it also helps with the physiological effect of stress as well, because it actually works on our alpha brain waves, and what that means is that it actually helps you have a deeper sleep. So this won't make you drowsy in the day, but when you do come to sleep, because you've had that alert relaxation in the day, you'll have deeper sleep waves as well. Also in that formula you have some B6 as well, so as we're saying, the B vitamins are really good for like your nervous system health. So this one will support your anxiety and stress, good for your sleep quality, but also promoting that attention and mental focus. And it will also help with things like your blood pressure as well, because it'll help lower naturally. And with the theanine, the nice thing about it is it works fast, so it works within an hour of taking it. And it's one of the very few substances that crosses the blood-brain barrier, so it actually lasts for 5 hours in your system. So studies have been done on around 100 milligrams of theanine, and in each capsule there's 100 milligrams. So you could do one in the morning and one later on, like maybe 5 hours later. But a lot of supplements, you have to take them regularly, get them in the system, takes a few weeks or months. This is something that works straight away as well. So it's a really lovely formula. And on the other side, now this one has got some other, what we call the adaptogens in there. So you have the theanine, you have the ashwagandha and rhodiola in this one. So this one would be for more stressful situations, more chronic stress. So ashwagandha, this one's actually really good for like your thyroid health. So you know how we were saying about how stress can affect your thyroid? Ashwagandha is actually really good in supporting healthy thyroid function. It increases your levels of T4, and that supports a healthy metabolism, gives you increased energy. So that's in there, and the ashwagandha that we use is fermented, and by fermented it just means that it's been pre-digested, so you absorb it better as well. So you have some ashwagandha in there, and you also have rhodiola. Rhodiola's amazing for stress as well. It's known as a powerful antidote to stress. But the main mechanism of action is that it helps with your brain messages in the brain transport, so what we call neurotransmitter transport in the brain. So it helps to like reduce those levels of stress hormones like adrenaline. So again, it's working on the physiological side of stress as well. And the thing is with rhodiola, it's not something again that knocks you out and makes you sedated. Rhodiola's got like a nice energising edge to it as well. So this formula would be great for if you've got more chronic stress, and also things like maybe going through menopause as well, because you've got that hormonal imbalance, so maybe your moods are a little bit all over the place. So that would be good for that. And again, you can use it as and when you need it as well, so it's always good to have it like maybe on hand, maybe like as a first aid kit, something when you are really stressed to go to that one. But it's something that you can take every day as well. So those are the two new theanine supplements, and they come in 50 size and the 100 size as well. And we just suggest 1 or 2 a day. Now the original theanine complex, the nice thing as well is that it doesn't interact with medications, so there's no caution on there. So even if you're taking things like antidepressants, you can always take the theanine as well.